A country where bald men and big bellies are valued, where interesting girls and unique classes help them become perfect wives. A land that, despite its poverty, boasts a surprisingly different and unique lifestyle. Here, you will encounter gas stations located right on the ground floor, free rides, endless stretches of sandy beaches, and opportunities to explore the ocean in ways you never imagined. And that's just the beginning. There are many more exciting things waiting for you in Mozambique. Don't hesitate any longer. Start your journey to explore this wonderful country through a travel documentary today. Mozambique is located on the southeastern coast of the African continent and is about a 22-hour flight from Los Angeles. It has over 2,500 miles of coastline along the Indian Ocean, separated from Madagascar by the Mozambique Channel, which is 1,600 kilometers, the longest channel in the world. Additionally, the country borders the Indian Ocean to the east, Tanzania to the north, Malawi and Zambia to the northwest, Zimbabwe to the west, and Swaziland and South Africa to the southwest. The name Mozambique is derived from an island of the same name located in the northeast, named after Musa Alek, the most influential Arab king in Mozambique. This island is connected to the mainland by a 3-kilometer-long bridge. Mozambique is one of the largest countries in Africa, with an area of about 8,590 square kilometers, which is more than 3 times the size of the United Kingdom or twice the size of California. However, in comparison to its size, the country has a relatively sparse population of around 35 million people, which is only about half that of the United Kingdom. If you plan to visit Mozambique, it's advisable to avoid the period from January to March. This is the peak rainy season and also the time when the country is most susceptible to natural disasters. A notable example is in 2019 when 2 powerful tropical storms, Idai and Kenneth, struck the nation in succession. Storm Idai was recorded as one of the largest storms in the history of the Southern Hemisphere. The second largest city in Mozambique is Bara, but 90% of it was left in ruins, reduced to bricks and sand. Not only was the infrastructure devastated, but the agricultural sector, the country's main economic driver, was also severely impacted, affecting thousands of people. The total economic damage from the 2 storms is estimated to be around $3 billion, with Idai alone accounting for $2.5 billion, nearly 20% of Mozambique's GDP in 2019. Outside the January to March timeframe, you can still visit Mozambique during other months of the year. The average temperature here ranges from 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is quite pleasant and comfortable. Surprising, isn't it? An African country with such a suitable climate. With this ideal temperature, whether you want to hike Mount Binga, the highest peak in Mozambique, enjoy the beautiful beaches along the Indian Ocean, or experience the daily life of the locals, it all becomes feasible. Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, is the largest city and the most important economic center of the country. The city lies along the southern coast of Mozambique, holding a special political and cultural significance. Additionally, the province of Maputo, another important area of the country, surrounds the capital city, but notably does not include it. These 2 areas are distinct, so why do these 2 regions share the same name? What does this name mean? If you want to know, please subscribe to the channel and comment with the number 2. We will share the answer with you in the comments. Maputo is a city with a slow pace of life, where people are not rushed in their daily tasks. The locals are referred to as Mozambicans, and they are among the kindest and most genuine people on the planet. Particularly those who speak English love to interact with foreign visitors. A unique trait of Mozambicans is their remarkable ability to remember names and faces. This makes making friends easy and quick. So be careful when promising to buy something from a Mozambican if you don't genuinely intend to do so. Mozambicans always keep their promises, and they will wait for you. On Avenida Julius Nyerere in the capital Maputo, you'll find one of the busiest and most vibrant areas of the city. This is where many restaurants, cafes, and upscale hotels are concentrated, attracting both locals and international tourists. The street breathes modernity with high-rise buildings and beautifully arranged green spaces along the way. You'll feel the vibrancy and cultural fusion, especially the music of Marenta, the most famous traditional music genre in Mozambique. You might not know that Marenta music has also influenced Brazilian music, giving rise to the dance style Maxix, as well as impacting music styles in Cuba and New York. Originally, Marenta was performed on makeshift guitars made from oil or gasoline drums, while Mozambican girls would improvise and dance to these lively tunes. Not just on this street, but street performances can be found in any crowded place across the country. One striking first impression of these girls seems to be their hair. It is incredibly diverse, with styles ranging from bold shaved heads and natural afros to intricately braided small plaits decorated with beads, colored strings, or glamorous accessories. Many women choose wigs or hair extensions, not only for convenience but also to change their style, showcasing their flexible personalities. An essential symbol of Mozambican women's style is the capulana. Interestingly, the capulana is not just a rectangular piece of fabric, it can be transformed into clothing. A capulana can become a wrap skirt, headscarf, baby carrier, or be tailored into elegant outfits for special occasions. If you have a round head like a coconut and are bald, or if you have a big belly, don't feel self-conscious when you come to Mozambique. Bald men, or those with big bellies, are particularly welcomed in Mozambique because of the belief that big-bellied and bald-headed individuals are wealthy and prosperous. As a result, the girls will also warmly welcome you, even surrounding you as the center of attention for flirting. If you're feeling insecure about your shiny bald head or your lovely round belly, prepare to become a star when you arrive in Mozambique. In this country, two traits that you might consider disadvantages are seen as symbols of success and wealth. Baldness is not just a sign of age or genetics, but is also regarded as a crown of those considered financially successful. A big belly is seen as the clearest sign of someone living a prosperous life and undeniable proof that you are doing well. Bald men, or those with big bellies, are often warmly welcomed and in some cases, regarded as special figures at social events. You might even become the center of attention. They will smile, chat, and not hesitate to get to know you, believing that you are a symbol of wealth and prosperity. Mozambique is also famous for a unique class specifically for young girls in the villages. This is not a place to learn math or physics, but rather a place where girls are prepared to become ideal wives. Since each village has only one class, these classes are quite crowded based on the belief that knowing a little reading and writing is enough, but mastering the skills of being a wife is essential. Quite unreasonable, right? In 1 week, they are carefully trained in everything from cooking, cleaning, and family care to more complex skills like managing household finances. A perfect way to ensure they can become superwomen of the family. But that's not all. An essential part of the course includes advanced lessons on emotional control, graceful behavior, and an important highlight, how to please their future husbands. Because of course, family happiness seems to completely depend on these girls' ability to keep their husbands smiling. After graduating from this exclusive course, they are highly regarded and become perfect candidates for marriage. Perhaps all that's missing is a husband's certificate to complete the whole journey. If they cannot pass the special class, it means they are not yet eligible for marriage and must retake the course to qualify. What do you think about these classes? Would you want to marry a wife from here, or would you consider sending your girlfriend here to help her become an even better wife? If yes, comment with the number 4. If no, comment with the number 0. Thank you for your feedback. In the cities of Mozambique, you might encounter gas stations located right on the ground floors of high-rise apartment buildings. Yes, it's a unique sight that's rare to find anywhere else in the world. Imagine stepping out of the elevator and filling up your gas tank before heading to work. How convenient is that? Additionally, some gas stations even integrate many supermarkets, fast food restaurants, and car repair services, turning them into one-stop destinations. However, first-time visitors often feel a mix of surprise and anxiety when they see a gas station located beneath a tall building. Nevertheless, these gas stations are quite common in Muto. The public transportation system in Muto is still quite limited, not adequately meeting the needs of residents and tourists, especially during peak hours. The number of buses and other public transport options is often insufficient to serve the large population, making it possible to wait for a bus for hours. However, a unique cultural aspect here is the community spirit and kindness of the people. When traveling in the same direction as those waiting for a ride, many local drivers are willing to stop and pick up a few passers-by for free. Yes, these free rides can take you quite a distance without worrying about money. If you feel guilty about this generosity, you can reciprocate by giving them a small gift, a souvenir from the market, a bottle of local liquor, or even just a sincere thank you is enough to make them happy. Although the infrastructure in Mozambique is still developing, with red dirt roads and underdeveloped facilities, this very aspect highlights the pristine, majestic beauty of the nature here, a paradise yet to be fully explored. Start your journey at the Bazaruto Archipelago in Bazaruto National Park, often referred to as the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. This archipelago is famous for its turquoise waters, fine white sands, and some of the richest coral reefs in the world. It's the perfect place for diving or snorkeling, where you can explore an enchanting underwater world filled with over 2,000 species of fish, sea turtles, vibrant schools of fish, and the rare dugong. If you love tranquility, rent a traditional dhow boat and immerse yourself in the ocean during a fiery orange sunset, a moment you will never forget. Next, don't forget to visit Tofo Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Mozambique, where pristine nature and vibrancy blend perfectly. This is an ideal destination for water sports enthusiasts, from surfing and kayaking to swimming with whale sharks, the largest fish in the world. But that's not all. Tofo is also a place where you can enjoy local life, sipping coconut drinks in beachside bars and blending into the slow yet colorful pace of the residents here. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Mozambique Island is not just a small island but also an important historical and cultural center of the country. With colonial-era Portuguese architecture, you can wander through narrow cobblestone streets, explore the San Sebastian Stone Church, and learn about the rich trading history of this island. Don't forget to admire the sunset from the coast, where the colors of the sky and sea blend into a beautiful painting. Finally, explore Gorongosa National Park, one of the most impressive nature reserves in Africa. Gorongosa is home to thousands of species of flora and fauna, from herds of elephants and lions to rare birds. Immerse yourself in a safari journey, and you will feel the heartbeat of unspoiled nature as you stand amidst vast grasslands or lush forests. Join a trekking tour to admire the majestic Maratsi waterfall and experience the perfect harmony between humans and nature. One of the most exciting festivals is the Timala Festival, held in the Chopi region in southern Mozambique. This is an occasion for the locals to honor the Timala, a traditional xylophone recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. During the festival, Chopi village artists perform captivating traditional music on the Timala, creating sounds that are both mysterious and alluring. Young girls in traditional attire perform graceful dances, blending harmoniously with the music. The festival is also a time for everyone to gather, share joy, and enjoy the warm, festive atmosphere. Visitors are invited to dance, learn how to play the timala, and savor local dishes, making the experience unforgettable. Additionally, another equally fascinating festival is the Lobster Festival, Festival do Camarão, held in Zambia province, famous for its seafood industry. This festival is dedicated to celebrating lobsters, the renowned specialty of Mozambique. Here you will enjoy delicious dishes made from fresh lobsters prepared in various unique ways, from grilled and steamed to spicy peri-peri sauce. Local girls dressed in vibrant capulana serve guests with friendliness and bright smiles. The festival also features exciting activities such as cooking contests, lobster catching competitions, and lively music performances that last late into the night. This is a fantastic opportunity to savor the cuisine while immersing yourself fully in Mozambique's culture. Besides lobster, the must-try specialty at the Lobster Festival or in coastal areas of Mozambique is the rich and appealing cuisine, heavily influenced by the fusion of African, Portuguese, and Arab cultures. One of the most famous dishes is peri-peri chicken, grilled chicken marinated in spicy peri-peri sauce, blending sweet and spicy flavors. Moreover, matapa is a local dish you cannot miss, made from cassava leaves, coconut milk, and peanuts. It is a humble dish that encapsulates the essence of Mozambican cuisine. For snack lovers, bolo stos, traditional soft rice cakes, or samosas, spicy meat pastries, will be perfect choices. You can enjoy them at street stalls or local markets. To wrap up your meal, a glass of coconut wine, a traditional fermented drink made from coconuts, will provide a unique experience, offering a distinctly local flavor. Although the people of Mozambique are very friendly and welcoming to tourists, you should still keep a few things in mind to ensure a safe and comfortable trip. In some areas, especially in major cities like Maputo, you should exercise more caution. Crowded or deserted areas at night can pose safety risks, so it's advisable to avoid wandering alone, especially after dark. One piece of advice is to refrain from traveling to or settling in the northern part of Mozambique. If you are concerned about the quality of life, particularly healthcare in Mozambique, you can rest assured knowing that the healthcare system is gradually improving. Major medical facilities like the Central Hospital of Maputo and private clinics in the capital provide basic healthcare services and emergency treatment with well-trained medical staff. One notable aspect of Mozambique is that medical costs are significantly lower than in many developed countries, especially the United States. For example, a general health checkup at a private clinic can range from $20 to $50, while in the United States the cost for similar services can reach $200 to $300 or more. In the travel documentary, we previously visited Malawi, the fourth poorest country in the world. Mozambique ranks as the fifth poorest. Yes, you heard that right. About 50% of the population here earns only $150 a day, with the country's per capita income being just $544 a year, equivalent to what an American earns in just 10 days. So, are you curious about what living costs are like here, with such a low income? Housing is one of the largest expenses. If you want to rent a one-bedroom apartment in downtown Maputo, the average rent is around $400 to $800 per month, or just $2 to $30 a night at a hotel. In the suburbs, rents are lower, ranging from $200 to $400 per month for a similar apartment. Food costs vary significantly between buying at supermarkets or local markets. If you choose to buy food at traditional markets, prices are generally lower. A basic meal at a local eatery costs about $4 to $6, while dinner at a fine restaurant can go up to $20 to $50 per person. For weekly groceries, you'll need around $50 to $100 if you buy at the market, but this cost can increase to $150 to $200 if you shop at a supermarket, especially for imported products. Transportation in Mozambique is relatively affordable. If you use public transport like buses or minibuses, a one-way fare typically ranges from 50 cents to $1. However, public transport often does not meet demand, especially during peak hours. If you use a taxi, the starting fare is $2 to $3 plus $1 per kilometer. Many people choose to buy motorcycles or cars for convenience, with average fuel costs around $1.50 per liter. Utility bills like electricity, water, and internet are usually not too expensive. The average monthly electricity and water bill for a small apartment is about $50 to $80, but it can increase if you use air conditioning frequently. Internet service costs about $30 to $50 per month depending on the package and speed. Education and healthcare costs are also factors to consider. International or private schools in Maputo charge tuition fees ranging from $500 to $2,000 per month, depending on the grade level and curriculum. Regarding healthcare, the cost of a doctor's visit at private hospitals or clinics ranges from $20 to $50 per visit, and medication costs depend on the type of medicine you need. Entertainment and social activities in Mozambique are not overly expensive. A movie ticket costs about $5 to $8, while participating in sports classes or gym memberships usually ranges from $30 to $60 per month. If you want to go sightseeing, entrance fees to national parks or nature reserves typically range from $10 to $20 per person. Finally, smaller expenses such as haircuts usually cost around $5 to $10 each, while having coffee at a cafe is about $2 to $3 per cup. A 1.5-liter bottle of mineral water typically costs around $1, and laundry service usually ranges from $10 to $15 per week. Overall, the cost of living in Mozambique varies greatly depending on your lifestyle and where you live. With about $700 to $1,200 per month, or just $300 to $500 for a 7-day trip to this country, it's a very reasonable price. Although it may not be as modern as in the US, life in Mozambique offers more primitive experiences, and notably, the costs here are only about 30% of the $3,500 monthly expenses in the US. With these costs, do you think Mozambique is a place where you could travel or settle down? If so, comment with the number 1. If not, comment with the number 0. We will share with you how to live here for $600 without needing to save. Thank you for your feedback. In addition to the attractive costs, there are also incredibly appealing visa policies for tourists. If you are interested in this country, please comment with the number 7, and we will share more in the comments. We have reached the end of our travel documentary about Mozambique. Thank you for following along until the end. If you found today's documentary useful, please like and comment to let us know. Conversely, if you have any dissatisfaction, please comment so we can improve. See you in the next one.